10 life lessons from 10 years in business. I am celebrating 10 years in business this month, and I decided to write down the greatest business lessons that I learned over the last 10 years. And I realized after writing them down, they are business and really life lessons. I hope you find them useful. Let's jump in. Lesson number one: everyone has something they are naturally good at, love to work at, and love to learn about. Find a way for people to pay you to do that. Plus, if you don't love what you do, you will never be truly great at it. Follow your joy, follow your energy, follow what gets you excited, what you love to do and love to learn about, and find a way to get paid to do that. Lesson number two: if you really want to be great at something, you must join and pay your dues to the 10-year club. That's 10 years, one thing with a 1% and get 1% better than yesterday commitment. So ask and answer. Number one, what you love to do and what you're good at, what you love to learn about, and commit to 10 years of continuous improvement, 1% better than yesterday. Now, you can do three things for 10 years with a 1% better than yesterday mentality, and your energy and your focus and your attention, your growth will be spread out over three things. Or you can choose one thing, get crystal clear on that one thing that gets you excited, follow your joy, commit to 1% better than yesterday at that for 10 years. I call it the 10-year club. It's the price you pay for greatness and success. Now, you could do one thing for 10 years, but not have that 1% better than yesterday mentality, meaning you're just doing the same things over and over again. That doesn't count. It's got to be 10 years, one thing, 1% better than yesterday. Lesson number three: the only way to be successful in business is to aim and strive to be best in class through a 100% commitment to excellence and service in everything you do. How you do anything is how you do everything. My definition of best in class is this: a 100% commitment to excellence and service in everything you do. That is the only long-term competitive advantage in business and also in life. And you have to make that 100% commitment to do that. Number four, figure out who the Mount Rushmore is of your field and study them religiously and relentlessly. Very few people will do this, and if you do, it will give you an almost unfair competitive advantage. It is also the fastest and only shortcut to success. My definition of Mount Rushmore: the greatest people in your discipline or field, whatever you want to get better at, the greatest parents, the greatest school teacher, the greatest CEO, the greatest entrepreneur, the greatest basketball player. Figure out who those people are on that Mount Rushmore, the 3, 4, or 5 people, and study and model them relentlessly. What I can tell you is very, very, very few people do this. Okay, there's some people out there studying, their field, but very, very, very few people are going to the Mount Rushmore. And there's two reasons for that, I believe. One, it's a self-esteem issue. They don't feel worthy to study that Mount Rushmore. I couldn't do that. That can't be me. And the second reason is a focus issue. They just don't know who to focus on and to focus on the Mount Rushmore. So if you can do this, spend time studying the Mount Rushmore every day, 15 to 60 minutes every day. It will give you an almost unfair competitive advantage, and it is the only shortcut to success: studying and modeling the best. Number five, if you don't 100% commit to learning how to market and sell, you should go work for someone else who does. I want to thank a friend and mentor of mine, Dr. Alan Weiss. He's been called the greatest entrepreneurial mind in the country. And he talks a lot about selling and marketing. If you don't do it, if you're not going to commit, and this is my take on it, if you're not willing to 100% commit to learning to sell and market in your business, go work for someone else who does. All right, you've got to be best in class at what you do, number one, and you must learn to sell and market. This also includes us as individuals. We must learn to sell and market ourselves in the world. We must be willing to put ourselves out there and say, I can do this, whether it's to get that promotion at the job or go out and get that relationship you want. You have to be willing to sell and market yourself, brag about yourself sometimes in a way that doesn't put people off, but in a way that's effective, that gets you a shot at something. There's so many people out there who have greatness inside them, but never learn to sell and market themselves. And they never get to share their greatness with the world and make the positive impact they could. Number 6, surround yourself with positive, supportive people who also challenge you to be better and tell you when you're being an idiot. I'm very fortunate. I want to thank my parents and my brother and two sisters for this. The most supportive people in my life, the most supportive people I've ever met. And also, they'll be direct with me and tell me where I could be better. Tell me where I'm being an idiot, where I'm going off the course. If you have people like that in your life, who are direct with you and honest about where you can get better, stop slapping their hand back when they're honest with you and say thank you instead, because that feedback is a gift when it comes from qualified opinions, people who know what they're talking about and who actually care about your success and happiness. Number 7, be your own best friend and positive coach. If you don't believe in yourself, no one else will. You must learn to be your own best friend and master your self-talk. You must learn to eliminate limiting beliefs that are holding you back. You must learn to be your own best friend and positive coach. Too many people are their own worst enemies, and that holds them back. Okay, there's some great books on this. I'll recommend 3 at the end that will cover this, and 3 books that really touch on all 10 of these lessons that I've learned. Okay, learn to be your own best friend. It's one of the most important things you can ever do in your life. Personally and professionally, number 8, remind yourself of all the things you are doing well, and also ask yourself, what is the one most important thing I could be doing better? The first is about confidence. The second is about humility. Both are necessary to achieve the highest levels of success. Plus, no one wants to be around a delusional jerk who thinks they are perfect and know everything. Okay, you have to. The keys to self-confidence. I learned this from Dr. Jason Selk. Thank you for that. Good friend and mentor. I believe he's the #1 expert in the world on success and performance. You have to remind yourself of what you're doing well in life. And you also have to ask yourself, what's the one thing you could do better? Okay, that's the key to confidence right there. Remind yourself of what you're doing well. Continue to get better. Have the humility to ask, what can I do better? Number 9, keep a relentless solution focus. Thank you again, Dr. Jason Selk. He wrote a book by the same title, Relentless Solution Focus. Don't whine and complain about things. Don't whine and complain when things go wrong. It does nothing to improve anything. Plus, no one wants to hear it. They've got problems of their own. Relentlessly focus on solutions and everything will be okay. Okay, everyone's got problems. Your friends and family and coworkers are not your therapist. They have problems of their own, and 99% of them aren't qualified to be your therapist anyway, nor should they be. Okay, that doesn't mean you hold everything inside when you have a problem. What you want to do is go with a relentless solution focus to a qualified opinion. That could be a therapist, a doctor, a spiritual advisor, or a friend and family member. When you go to them with a purpose not to vent and whine and complain, but to go to them and say, I have this problem, help me find a solution. Keep that relentless solution focus. Number 10, give back to those who are less fortunate than you. I want to say thank you, Mom and Dad, for that lesson. You didn't get to where you are without the help of others, so be kind and useful. No one got to where they're at on their own. No one in history achieved success in anything on their own. Okay? So be kind and useful and pay it forward. The help that you received, be kind and useful to others and pay it forward. 3 books I want to recommend that will help you in all these areas. Number 1, and I tell people these 3 books will change your life. If you take 6 months to a year to go through these 3 books, do the exercises within, do the work, apply what you learn, you will change your life for the better. 100% money back guarantee. The first book is The Success Principles Workbook by Jack Canfield. The second book is Relentless Solution Focus by Dr. Jason Selk. And the third book is The Charisma Myth by Olivia Fox-Cabane. I hope you found these 10 lessons useful. Choose one that you think you need to work on the most and double down on it for the next 30, 60, 90 days to improve in that area. It will change your life as all these lessons changed mine. I want to thank everyone who supported me the last 10 years in business, my wonderful friends, family, and clients, mentors, coaches, community. Thank you very much for 10 years. I wish everyone who's listening or watching an elevated life of success, happiness, and positive impact.